Hello, everyone out there watching. Just wanted to make a little video here quick. Coming back to YouTube after not being on YouTube for a number of years and trying to make an interesting channel for people out there. You may not always agree with what I had to say in my videos, and I know maybe it's controversial or maybe you may not agree with what I have to say, but it's just my take and view on the world, I guess. So, uh, my channel is called Keeping It Real. Please like, share, and subscribe to these videos for future content. Well, I'll just get started here. I noticed that recently, maybe since Election Day, that things are kind of taking a turn downwards. The crypto market's going down, the stock market is going down, housing market is going down, and I'm wondering what the underlying factors might be for this. I have a couple of theories on this, and one might be that they're trying to restabilize the United States dollar because countries abroad are now dumping United States debt. So it's a possibility that they're trying to keep the dollar alive before it crashes. And this is a last ditch effort to do so. So they figure if they crash all the markets, if they crash everything that's going well, that there's a strong possibility that the dollar will have better buying power. And not just that, but price of gas has gone down. A lot of things the prices are going down on, and there's no real concrete explanation for it. So in my mind, they're either trying to prop up the dollar before it collapses, or uh, we're, we're going to war. And the reason I say we're going to war is Russia and China have already readied their people, basically saying, we're preparing for war. We're preparing for war. We're preparing for war. And it's not in the mainstream media so much, but when you watch like Russian television or world television, they're preparing for something big here. And either the economy is all going to collapse at once into some kind of recession like market, or there's a good possibility that, World War III might begin. And I hope we don't have a nuclear winter here soon, but wintertime's coming, and it seems like, normally the economy would be booming, right? We're right around the holidays, Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas, Hanukkah, all the big holidays are coming up. And you would think, okay, the prices should be going up on things. Well, other than Black Friday, which is we got one big sale today, or Cyber Monday, we got a big sale today. But in general, you think people are trying to make as much money as they can off of these holidays. And in my mind, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense while everything could take a huge, huge dip in a couple days' time. Like crypto, for instance, at election day, it's like, oh wow, I'm up money today, I'm up money today. And within 2 days, 3 days, a week, now we're in the toilet again. So there's large sell-offs of stocks, it seems. There's large sell-offs in crypto. And there's things they're not telling us, folks. I mean, we really need to wake up to some of this stuff because, life on the news isn't what they're telling you. Ain't real. The news ain't real. It's propaganda. It's controlled by a Zionist elite at the top. I'm not trying to sound like Alex Jones. I'm not trying to sound like anybody here, but there really is an elite at the top controlling everything. They control the monetary system. They control the banks. They control when we go to war. And all they got to do is get a couple of puppets to agree on something, and we could be in stage for a war. And you may not believe that. You may think that's complete trash, whatever. You don't have to agree. It's like I said, the beginning of the video, my views probably a lot different than yours. My ideals, my concepts are probably a lot different than yours. You may agree, you may disagree, but You say, oh, well, the news told me this, oh, CNN told me that, oh, Fox News told me that, oh, ABC told me that. Well, it's nonsense. It's propaganda. The TV is called programming for a reason. They want to program your mind. They want to tell you what to buy and what to sell and what to do with your life and what you need to do to be a success when really it's complete and utter garbage. Complete and utter garbage. You know, I tell you from a young kid, oh, go to school. Well, you're going to go to college, or you're going to get an education, or you're going to be a big success, or you can do anything with your life. Well, you can't. Because there's a lot of things in life that they're not legal. You do it with your life, you're going to jail. There's a lot of things you can't just get away with. You know, you can do anything you want. Biggest lie ever told. Oh, you work hard, you'll get ahead. Second biggest lie ever told. Oh, you save money for retirement, you know, you'll be in good shape. Third biggest lie ever told. Because the cost of inflation or sticking the money in a bank account, you're gaining 0.5% interest. 0.5% in most banks. And you could have $10,000 in there. Again, this is not financial advice. Don't take financial advice from me, but let's say you have $10,000 in the bank. Or your interest, or you gained a nickel. Or you gained a nickel. Now that dollar next year isn't worth what you just saved. You're losing money by saving. And if anything, you got to invest in something. And you say, what do you invest in? Well, there's that classic saying, oh, you know, just buy the dip, buy the dip. And so you see something go down, take advantage of it. And like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do not take financial advice from me. You do as you want. You do your research. You make your own decisions. But I personally believe that cryptocurrency is the future and that paper money and debit cards are going to be obsolete soon. I mean, they're already trying to make a cashless society. Why wouldn't they try to make a cardless society too, where everything's scanned on your phone? And they can track everything that you do. I mean, people talk about, oh, the mark of the beast. Maybe it's in your credit card. Maybe that RFID chip that's in your credit card is the mark of the beast. They just haven't put it in your hand yet. They haven't put it in your forehead yet. Maybe we're getting a little off topic here, but when you buy something with cash, you can't trace it. If I give you $100 for some car tires you have in your garage, nobody knows the transaction occurred. If I send you money on PayPal or BitPay or anything for that matter, there's an electronic record of the purchase. If I go down to the gas station right now and I go buy a six-pack, a pack of smokes, and I use cash, the only evidence of that transaction is through the camera above us and through the witness of the cashier. But the minute I use a credit card or I use my phone, all my information just went to that company, all that company's information just went to me. And the company could sell your information. Can we even trust that they're not? I mean, everybody's like, oh yeah, you sign up for a Sheets card. And, oh yeah, you could sign up for a Giant Eagle Advantage card. And, oh yeah, you could sign up for a savings card. They really saving you anything, or are they just selling your data so you get a couple pennies off your gasoline? They're trying to figure out how much you drive, or how much you drink, or what you're buying with your money. And it doesn't matter if it's a savings card or a debit card. Now, they have proof of everything that you bought. Your privacy, just throw it out the window. Forget it. It's gone. You know, if you don't believe in privacy, use your debit card every day. You know, use your phone. Fine. Fine. If you don't care about your privacy, oh, I'm not doing nothing wrong. They're selling your data, folks. You believe me or not, that's what's happening. You sign up for these little bank cards, these little discount cards, and these cashback cards. It's just a big scam because you might get a penny on a dollar and back, but how much money are they making on tracking your purchases or selling your data? Is your data worth a penny on every dollar? No, it's probably worth a lot more than that to these big companies, but they don't care about people like you and me. They don't. They never will. You know, you're meant to be a slave. You're meant to be a sheep. They don't want you to think outside the box. They don't want you to figure out their little game. But the minute you snap out of that trance and you're not playing the game anymore, it's harder to be fooled. It's harder to be fooled. You know, the whole monetary system, the tax system, it's all built on a lie right now. All built on a lie. It's not backed by anything. It's backed by trust. We trust the dollar. You know what I see when I see the dollar? What can I get for it? Who's stupid enough to take this from me? For my food, for my gas, my electric bill, whatever it is. I may have it in my pocket, but I'm giving you a piece of cotton with ink on it that's backed by absolutely nothing. And you're blindly accepting that from me. And now I'm eating today. I'm getting gas in my car. Whatever that may be. Who can I pawn off this fake fiat note to that's going to accept it and give me what I want today? Absolutely no value to it at all. Absolutely none. Kennedy, Lincoln, a lot of guys that got shot in the past all wanted the dollar to be backed by gold and silver, something that's been a currency for thousands of years. Now, some people know this, some people will be the first time hearing it, but when your currency is backed by nothing, it's made up out of thin air, you can't sustain that. You can't sustain that at all. You can't sustain a never-ending war. You can't sustain a never-ending welfare system. You can't sustain the debt forever. You can't just keep printing out thin air, devalue the currency. So when I saw all these prices go down the course of a week or so, it's either a last-ditch effort to save the dollar, try to deflate the currency a little bit so that it's actually worth something again. Because, let's say 1900, a loaf of bread is a penny, and now it's $1. It's 100% inflation. Even the cheapest place is $1. Some places it's $2, $3, whatever. Wherever you shop, it doesn't matter what state you're in. The point is, you can't buy the buying power of the dollar, the penny, the dime, the quarter. It's all gone. There's no buying power left to it. Something that once cost a penny is now $1. It's now $3. It's now $5. You can't buy something for the same as your grandparents could or your great grandparents could. And everybody talks about, how hard it was back then and how little they made. Well, back then you got paid in silver coins. Those silver coins, let's say you made $1 an hour, but it's all backed by silver. You're making $20 an hour. Not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, whatever your state's minimum wage is, it's half of what it was in 1964. In 1964. So if it's $1.25 in 1964, that's 5 silver quarters. 90% silver quarters, which is 17, 18, $20 depending on the market as a minimum wage. Not $7.75, not $8.75, not $10. It's cut in half. Our parents wake up. Our parents had it better than we did. And until people understand that, they're not going to understand the world. Not going to understand the world. When money was backed by something, it had a store of value. Now, it's no different than me, grabbing this piece of paper, out of my printer, writing, I owe you $100 and signing it. It's the value of the dollar, folks. That's the value of the dollar. It's an IOU. You say, I got $1,000. You got 1,000 IOUs. It's not backed by anything. Completely garbage. Whatever they teach you in school, garbage. You gotta wake up and see for yourself how you see the world. Do I want to see the world to look good to the world? To keep up with the Joneses? To buy everything I see on TV? Hell no. Hell no. That's not how I'm gonna live my life. And I sure hope you people are smart enough to do the same. Oh, look, I gotta have it. They're brainwashing you. They're brainwashing you. You're in a trance. You are nothing more than a sheep to them. You're cattle going to the slaughterhouse. Line up. You want to do it? Line up. I'm not playing that. Not playing the game. Well, you all might have different views why things are happening and why things seem a bit unstable right now. You can leave them in the comment section below, but I'm not trying to start no arguments or no fights with people because they disagree with me. You know, some people think we ought to live in this socialist utopia. That to me will never happen either. You have to have a motivation for people to work, or they're not going to. If people don't see a reason to go to work every day, if they don't see an incentive to get up and work, they're not going to. If a doctor and a lawyer makes the same as a fast food employee, why would anyone want to become a lawyer or a doctor? They can flip burgers all day, make the same amount of money. Socialism will never work. Communism will never work. And unless we get back to a free market instead of a fascist economy, because right now we got kind of a fascist economy. The government wants to pick winners and losers and give tax brackets to different people. It ain't right. It ain't right. So a guy that makes $50 million, the guy that makes $100,000 could be in the same similar tax bracket. Is that fair? I don't believe so. This person makes $10,000. Everyone should pay the same. It's the only way it's going to be equal is if everybody pays the same in taxes. Not giving government handouts to people, not giving big bailouts to millionaires, not propping up the banks, not bailing out big companies, and not throwing money at the poverty either. Everyone has to be on an equal tax bracket. If everybody paid 0.5% of everything they made, or 1% of everything they made, then the budget has to be upheld by the people in power. There shouldn't be this endless borrowing. It shouldn't be just, oh, let's just manipulate the numbers a little bit. Oh, this person will pay more and this person will pay less. And, oh, we'll reward them because they had a kid and we'll punish this person for being single. And it's nonsense, utter nonsense. And it needs to end. Do you want a fair and balanced society? Or do you want to live under the rulers that continue to make nonsense out of thin air and force you to abide by it? The choice is yours. For now, I'm signing off. Keep it real, folks.